Hey everyone, Fezzik here coming at you with another quick video. So this one is known as the AtalDazar skinning farm or the Shimmerscale Striker Shuffle. And so what we're doing here is you go into AtalDazar and you find basically all the dinosaurs in this middle area. You gather them together, including the Sky Screamers, which are the annoying pterodaxes that will fear you, and round them up, kill them, skin them, and gather up the Shimmerscales and the bloodstained bones. So you're gathering these so that we can craft the Shimmerscale strikers. And what this is unique about the strikers is that it's a leatherworking weapon. And these weapons sell for a little over 56 gold. And if you get that rare proc, you get a rare version of it, and that sells for 68 gold each. And so a lot of people have talked about this farm, and a lot of people have gotten really upset about it. And I kind of wanted to clarify. I've seen people talk about, 15,000 gold, 18,000 gold, 25,000 gold per hour. And then when people try the farm, they're like, hey, I didn't get nearly that much. What am I doing wrong? To understand this gold making terminology, they talk about gold per hour in the time/played, not in real time. And so that being said, when we talk about making, let's say it's 18,000 gold per hour, you're looking at, if it's a dungeon per lockout, if it takes you a half hour to make 9,000 gold, you're locked out at a half hour, you come back the next hour to finish it. In the hour/played, you made 18,000 gold. So that's what they're saying. And so what I wanted to clarify about this is, when I first was introduced to this farm, I wanted to test it out because it sounded really good, right? I heard that you could make 18,000 gold, 20,000 gold per hour, so I wanted to test it out. My experience is when you come here with skinning ranked 1, the expectation is that you can make about 3,000 to 3,200 gold per lockout. So not bad for raw gold farm. Not bad at all, not that fantastic either, right? If you are willing to go through the steps to rank up, which I'll mention towards the end of the video, then you can actually expect an increase closer to 6,500 gold per lockout, this coming from selling these strikers alone. However, when we incorporate the greens and the grays that you get from running this, it actually makes this farm much more appealing because you're looking at about 1,100 gold per lockout for the greens and the grays. That means with rank 1 skinning, you're earning about 4,200 gold per lockout, which is up there with Skyreach. And if you have rank 3 skinning, you're looking over 7,500 gold per lockout. So that's what you can expect. So altogether, 7,500 gold per lockout is actually pretty good. It's excellent for a raw gold farm. Makes it much faster than things like Skyreach or Iron Docks from Warlords of Draenor. And there are some ways that you can actually make this farm even faster and more efficient. Is one, don't bother with the skinning enchant on your gloves if you're going to be doing it this way. It doesn't work. Because it's in a dungeon, it doesn't qualify as being part of Zandalar or Kul Tiras, and so you need the Dark Moon Firewater to increase the rate at which you're able to skin. So buy that, and then get the enchant for your gloves for crafting. And so when you're doing your crafting, you can speed that up down to half a second instead of 1.5. It really does make things much more efficient. And the reason I bring that up is because I finished the lockouts around 30 minutes with this character at 457 item level. So I tested this with my fresh 120 warrior 336 item level, and I was able to clear it just fine. I had to go quite a bit slower, but it was still pretty easy to do. So at 410, 415, you would be just fine. You just would need to take it slow and become more careful and be aware of which pulls what, and sometimes the mobs jump down and do crazy things. But it's definitely doable. Ways you can take advantage of the whole hour if you're looking to continue to farm is, once you've crafted all these things, you've sold all the Shimmerscale strikers, you can fly down to where the gorillas are, just south of the dungeon, southwest of Dazar'alor, and then you can farm up those gorillas. It was pretty quick. I was able to kind of clear the whole group, and when I got back to where I was, they were starting to respawn, and so I was able to stay relatively busy farming those mobs in the remaining 20-25 minutes. So by farming these gorillas, you're able to add maybe an additional 1,000 to 1,500 gold for the remaining 20 minutes. So it's definitely not bad, and you can take some time to do that depending on how quickly you're killing these mobs and which ones you're trying to pull through. But that's a way you can continue to add gold for the entire hour. So 20,000 gold per hour was kind of a stretch. I never quite got that high. I was getting closer because I didn't go back in just with the lockout. If I include the lockout and my time with the gorillas, which was probably about 20-ish minutes of actual farming with the gorillas and 30 minutes in the dungeon skinning, so about 50 minutes, I was getting closer to around around 9,000 gold. If we're talking just the dungeon itself, if you did just purely on the lockouts, you were looking closer to 15,000 gold per hour. The way you can do this to really make this good is test it out, right? Go in there, level up your skinning in the dungeon, get some gold, farm this stuff up. Once you get your skinning to 150, you then go back to your trainer and talk to them. And I had issues with this. You talk to them and then you purchase the ability to rank up. I couldn't find that earlier. So go back, talk to them, purchase the abilities, which will then allow you to take on a couple quests from them. Go through, kill some mobs, skin some mobs, and then you'll be able to rank up. You'll get a couple more quests. You're going to want to make sure you're focusing on getting more bones and getting more scales. So it's not that bad. It's pretty straightforward to get going and to put together. And, you know, for 2 full lockouts, it's actually not bad. It's pretty good gold if you're willing to take the time to do it. I just wanted to make sure that people understood that when people say it's 15,000 gold per hour, they understand that to be between 2 lockouts, not just straight. Anyway, guys, so that's the video today. If it was helpful or informative, please like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And ring that bell if you're interested in knowing when more videos come out. And that being said, thank you for all the support. And remember, guys, there's always fun to be had, gold to be made, and good to be done. I'll see you next time.